Yellowstone star Luke Grimes addresses Kayce and Rip's potential conflict about running the ranch following the show's Season 5 return. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 began by revealing the death of John Dutton off-screen, opening a hole in leadership for the ranch that Rip Wheeler begins to step into. This comes with Beth seemingly having the most power over the family's heritage, something that could lead to greater conflict as the final episodes continue to develop. Grimes teased possible conflict between Kayce and Rip in Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2, especially since they haven't always seen eye-to-eye throughout the show. However, the actor does say the events happening in later episodes are bigger than their squabbles, forcing a whole host of characters to join forces. He also expressed interest in the pair teaming up because of how much their teamwork in particular would contribute to the series. He stated, "Yeah, clearly these guys have not really liked each other for a while. They fight like brothers, but like Yellowstone brothers, which is a little bit worse than most brothers fight, right?" Chuckles. "It's so tough because there's not much we can really say about what you can look forward to any of that. But I will say I think at some point it becomes bigger than their squabbles and becomes bigger than the ranch and the family. It becomes something that everyone sort of has to come together, rather than be at odds. I mean, Rip and Kayce would be a pretty great team if they just worked together, right?" So far, the start of Season 5 Part 2 has seen the characters in Yellowstone grieving John's loss, forcing them to try putting the pieces of the ranch back together following his suicide. At the end of Season 5, Episode 9, Rip returned from Texas, with Beth running crying into his arms, signaling previous confirmation that he will be taking a more prominent leadership role in the ranch. However, it's unclear what this means for Kayce, who may begin to feel more responsibility for the ranch following his father's death. Even so, Grimes' statement makes it sound like even if Kayce and Rip disagree with one another, they'll eventually set aside their differences in the wake of John's death. Whatever threat is coming to the family and the ranch in future episodes, they'll seemingly have to set aside their differences in order to protect their home and the people around them. While it's still unclear if this will connect to the upcoming spin-off, The Madison, or a continuation of the main series, it does emphasize how this current story arc will likely end with the pair on the same side. Given John's sudden death, we think it would be better for Kayce and Rip to set aside their differences to help make sure the ranch is stable into the future. While this will no doubt prove a challenge for them, especially given the conflict that will undoubtedly crop up, allying with each other might be the only way to save the Dutton family's heritage. As Yellowstone continues to develop its final episodes, the threat teased by Grimes will no doubt show up to push the characters closer to each other.